what you looking for around here.
Stray Dog here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. We are in Greeneville, Tennessee. You and I going to take in a little bit of history today. Our 17th president, Andrew Johnson, is buried here. He worked here. He lived here for a while. And there's all types of history about him in this town. Also, he is buried just a little ways up the road. And so I'm hanging out here with the statue of the man himself. The new jail is right over there. And I'm hanging out by this beautiful creek right here, which is absolutely festering with snakes, overloaded with snakes. Check this guy out. He's excited to be here just like I am. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, hanging out by the creek, festering with snakes. What was it Indiana Jones said? I hate snakes, Jock. I hate them. But they're over there. We're in beautiful Greeneville, Tennessee. Did I tell you that the tailor shop that Andrew Johnson worked at is inside this building? From what I understand, they built the building around the tailor shop, so it is at its accurate location. Right over here, past these trees, is the boyhood home of Andrew Johnson, moved from Raleigh, North Carolina. Little asterisk on that. There is a really neat cemetery just over this way that I want to show you. A lot of neat stuff right here in Greeneville. Like I said, presidential history, history in general, Civil War history, people yelling and singing songs going down the road. It's just an awesome place to be. So I say, let's go check it out. Okay, we stopped for a second under the shade of this beautiful old tree, and we are in the Harmony Cemetery in Greeneville, Tennessee. A lot of history here. A lot of prominent people from the Greeneville area are buried here. Abraham Lincoln's cousin is buried right over there. But I don't know if I can show you. I didn't really get in a good place to show you. See right here behind me, this big empty area? In 1873 they had a cholera epidemic, and over 100 people are buried right back in this area. And history says that they were dying so fast they couldn't dig holes fast enough, so they just dug a trench, and their final resting place is right back here. So a pretty neat bit of history for the old Harmony Cemetery. All right, our tour is going to start here of the old Greene County Jail. If you notice the spelling. This place is definitely something that you want to see if you come to Greeneville, Tennessee. I'm going to take you inside. I have a flashlight. Let's go down and check it out. Here we are outside the jail. You can see the stone there. It says 1882. This was actually moved from somewhere else from what I understand. But look inside here, and I'm going to take you inside with me. I don't know how well my camera will do because it is very dark in here. Get my flashlight. And if you want to see something, see how dark it is? If you want to see something that will probably trigger some type of phobia, be it claustrophobia, ghostophobia, jailophobia, whatever it is, if you come here, it's probably going to bring it out. I have been to some creepy places in my time. I hope to go to some more. But this place is at the top of the list. And right over here in this cell in the corner, not that one, but this one, must have been some type of solitary. These doors are incredibly heavy. They're riveted steel. Oh, 3/8, 1/4 inch thick. But anyway, this must have been like a solitary confinement cell. My flashlight is not powerful enough for this. But as you can see, it is extremely dark in here. You're back in the corner, and maybe you may not realize you're claustrophobic until you come in a place like this. Now I want to show you this right here. The old jail was built over a creek, and this was their toilet that emptied right into the creek that was flowing underneath the jail at its former location. Now this here I find very odd. If this was some type of where somebody was shackled, you see there's a heavy steel plates bolted to the wall and just a flat area of concrete step. I don't know what that was about. This room here is just bright and beautiful. This probably wouldn't be a bad room to spend some time in. At night I would imagine that it is horrible. But this place has a heavy vibe, man. I'm telling you. I'm not saying I believe or don't believe in anything, but you ever go in a place and it just has a vibe, you know, there's a heaviness, and you feel it. And you feel it in here, and it could be sensory deprivation, no light. There's a little bit of sound in here, but it's, you know, you hear birds and a heat pump from the modern jail that is right next door. But I don't know if it's that, or if it's just the limestone itself really makes it creepy. But this, I believe, let's go upstairs. I want to show you this. I believe was a little more of a modern part of the jail. These nice wrought iron steps move when you walk on them. Check this out. I'm trying to slow my video down a little bit and move at the same time so I can show you everything without it dragging on too long. Take a look. Two people stayed in here, and if you can see, there's one wall, there's the bunks. This is small, and these cells are pretty much the same. Two bunks, a toilet. This, I'm guessing, was a day room, a cafeteria, maybe a large holding area, a drunk tank, maybe. Flamingo, flamingo. Goose, 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 goose. Geese. This is the Big Spring, which is a very historic spot in Greeneville, Tennessee. They had meetings here back from the very beginnings of the town. And you can see it makes its way under that beautiful bridge on down, and from what I can see, it is not slithering with snakes like just down the creek a ways. But you know, who knows, with my luck I'll run across one before I get out of town. I had mentioned to you at the beginning of the vlog that there was Civil War history in this town, and there was actually a skirmish right in this area, and they were firing cannons at a house that's behind this church right here that you see, and there's actually a cannonball still embedded in the side of this church. So I need to show that to you. Okay, here we are outside the church, and if you look right up there over that porch light, this is the Dickinson Williams mansion, and Confederate General John Hunt Morgan and his staff were billeted here. And on September 4th of 1864, a federal raid on Greeneville targeted this house because they knew that General Morgan was in there, and he tried to escape through a vineyard and was actually shot by a private, and they dressed his body in a clean shirt and uniform, and then they laid his body in a walnut coffin in the parlor of this mansion. You know, I'm always surprised as I look through history the great distances that the Civil War soldiers traveled back in the day. And though comparatively speaking to a lot of the traveling they did, this distance isn't very far. However, up in Abingdon, Virginia, there's a house that General Morgan actually stayed in, and it's still there, and the bridge close to the house is named after him. But right here in Greeneville, Tennessee was his last stop. Mural here, Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier. It's just outside the Capitol Theater, and Davy Crockett was actually born in the Limestone area of Greene County, Tennessee. And in 1955, Walt Disney brought Fess Parker, who portrayed Davy Crockett in the movie, right here to Greeneville for the premiere of the movie at the Capitol Theater. So there's some neat history for you. Not the most original name, but it's to the point. I'm wondering if that graffiti is real. It is. It's pretty darn historic. October 17th, 1896. If you do plan on visiting Greeneville, I ask that you do put this on your to-do list. This is the City Garage and Car Museum. It is a personal collection with some loaner cars sprinkled in, and there is some really neat stuff in this rather plain looking building. I think it's $5 to get in. I was here early this year, late last year, I don't remember, but it is a bit of a sleeper because it doesn't look like there's a whole lot in there. But this place is packed full of some really neat cars, and please put this on your to-do list if you visit Greeneville. And it's not too hard to find. It's just across the road from the old Andy Johnson place. Can't miss it. This is the Valentine Sevier home, built in 1795, and it has the distinction of being the oldest house in Greeneville. And for a place this historic, that's a pretty big title. I hope you enjoyed